Welcome back to Motorsport Manager. Time for our fifth race of the new year. A third of the way through it. Probably not so much new year anyway. It's 2019. May the 26th in the game here. And let's take a look at what we've got going on. 18 hours, so that's not quite as long of a fix this time around. BBC. Auer had a bit of a disaster in that race. Their team does look weak. And look at AMG's marketability. It is hideous. Wow. They have not been happy with their results of late. We're slightly slower than before. Safety regulation called into question after one car has crashed and retired, and actually there was like 4 of them. So that's rather a bizarre thing. Pit crew, let's see what we've got coming on here. 18 on the front jack sounds promising. Nothing else really does. Let's see if we can make use of that. And yeah, we don't have a single 18 on the front. Let's go ahead and make that higher. Another low stamina person that is still the most talented that we're going to get. And then we probably still want to keep Kissinger on the rear. We do have Martz and Wall now, so we can switch out Martz and Wall on that front spot. Okay, so I misread that, but that's okay. We're still going to be fine with that. But Tupi no longer has a reason to be here. Okay, so we're definitely going to want to get Schoenfeld out of there, and Comides. Kalachi. Duncan. No, I don't want you to fire you. I want you to go out on the... There we go. We're 17th except for 16 there. But we can't do any better than that. Okay, so I think we're where we're going to be able to be here. Now, looking forward at the rest of the year, really, I was starting to look ahead at some of what I want to do with the parts. And the brakes would be nice in Dubai, as we mentioned. But then we've got gearbox. Brakes would be nice there too, along with the suspension. Then we've got gearbox, 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 all the way down the end. So I think I really want to max out my gearbox and have that ready for all that run. And whatever else we get, be okay with it. We have the #1 car. We are first, second on the gearbox. You should be able to get that up to #1. The brakes are, they may even slip to being subpar. Should be able to improve the suspension a bit. We're close to the top, even though we're only 5th and top on the spoiler. So I'm feeling pretty confident in that. Car is improving. Got a few more things coming in the HQ. Oh, we have an issue. Work done on our data center, network capabilities. They found our data storage is a bit out of date. The chairman caught wind of it and now wants to upgrade the entire system for 500K. Or, yeah, just have him get upset with us. Let's do it. Let's not argue. We've got the money for that anyway. Okay, yeah, we still need to boost forward to our repairs. And then for our next race, of course, it's the engine. That's the all-important one. We've already got that out there being worked on. We're working on the gearbox here. Now, the brakes and the gearbox are going to get maxed. We want the suspension or that spoiler, and I think the spoiler is close enough. Let's see if we can't get that out there ready for our next race. So 7 days before. But around that time, we're going to get a new gearbox that we can throw out. So for now, let's go all in. Okay, and that gearbox is up high enough. So we'll yank that up. Let's just go a couple days at a time here. Up to 84, 79, 79. Yeah, those brakes just trying to top out. Getting little bits more out of all of these parts. I'm going to haul the brakes out of there for now. Okay, yeah. Yank, yank, yank. We don't have anything more with those to do on reliability, so let's work on this suspension, which is not going to be ready in time for the race. So I think I'm just going to split it. Split it 50-50 for now. And then there's our gearbox. Okay, Ardennes, 33 laps. Almost 2 minutes. Engines are key, and we're doing great there. And we want to get an even longer and better gearbox. Yep, and none of those were too exciting. These were the best. It'll take over a month to hammer out that one, and cost almost $1 million. But when it's done, we'll clearly be at the top for gearbox. And we'll worry about who gets what a little bit later on. But let's go ahead and throw that one out there. I think that's what I'm going to go with for now. And neither one of these, again, going to be ready for this race. Even if we yank that one out, still not going to be ready. There's just not enough time. So I think we just work on these towards later in the year, because we are probably going to want to use both of them. See, these brakes stopped at 80, and they should go... now they're going to... See, the gearbox and the suspension stopped at 80. I don't know that these are done. Let's let them go back out there. Why not? See if we can boost them up a little bit more. You want to upgrade the brakes research. Some of the other teams are definitely outdoing us right now. Well, they are, but our overall isn't too... Well, it slipped to 8th. But we're right at average, so yeah. Understand the argument, but we have poured a lot of money into it doing other stuff this year. I think that's enough. What do they say on Ardennes? We're likely to perform well. We have to be the favorites. Decker's lead stands at 10 points. He's hoping to cut that down. It's only a matter of time, he says. Michael Tellman says Gustavo Menezes has the best chance. I love that. People are talking about Daniel Nagy leaving, but he's looking pretty happy and says he's not interested in us anyway. Too bad, because he'd be a good driver. Perhaps one to take with us when we move up, if that's going to be a possibility. Onward. Okay, off to Ardennes. Let's see if we can get any new parts out there. We should be able to. So, gearbox. We've got the best ones that we can. The new one is at 51%, so it's working, but it's got a lot more to go. Should be able to get this spoiler out. Let's see about that. Yeah. So that's an upgrade for both drivers in that spoiler. Not a huge part for this race, but it will still matter. Suspension up to 61%. That's not ready either. Our engines are very nice in reliability, and our brakes are up to solid, we'll call it. Same sponsor as before. They say second for Decker, first for Menezes. You can't ask for more than that. 20 degrees and then 28. That definitely would feel like softs weather, and they're going to be burning up as it is. High fuel burn, so I want to be a little bit more cautious on that at the start of the race. We've run ourselves behind more than I'd like this year, but low tire wear. So this one is all about the engine, and we've been number one there for a while. AMG is all the way down in 10th. Feeling very good about our chances in Ardennes, and if we do well here, should be able to pull out to a bigger lead. Okay, they both want to go on sauce as it is. That's where I want to be. And yeah, all about that top speed here. Menezes, what do you want? Oh, you want lower speed cornering. Go with that. And away we go. Let's see what we've got in Ardennes. Fairly long track. And quality form to begin. Can't really complain about how that's going. Some of our competition on super softs, but I don't think that's the best idea. So the longer track, we got to figure maybe we're looking at level 2 trim here. Swedenborg definitely dropping on this first lap. And of course the infamous turns. Menezes loving the cornering. He's driving well. Swedenborg is not. More weight in the front, says our reserve. Menezes making the pass, and he says, I want more oversteer. We'll send him around one more time, and then we're going to come in. 2.5 minutes. And so far, Gustavo headed for another fine weekend, it would seem, based on the early practice results. #1, even though he's on the soft tires. We'll make a change here and then maybe get in a lap or two and then have to make another one. Looks like we'll definitely get to level 2, but level 3 is almost certainly out of the question. First and last. Yuck. And his setup isn't even that good. He's driving well, but I mean 82% is good, but it's not spectacular. He wants more oversteer, which makes sense with all those tight turns. Then we'll go with top speed. That makes some sense there, that whole setup. Let's stick with it, stay with the same tires. And everything but the cornering there. 89%, very nice. So let's bring this back to about there. That should be about right. That should not be bad at all. Nagy has just barely beaten our time, and now so has Engel. That's still less than 1/10 of a second as Menezes continues his assault. Over 9.0 now. He's now down to 4th as Mortara set a significantly lower time. Dropped it by almost 1/3 of a second. Doesn't like where the ballast went. As we come around here, I'm going to let it go one more lap, and then we will come in. Should have enough time for a change and to get some different adjustments. Meneza's saying, look, the stuff you did wasn't good. Yep, and we're definitely not making level 3. So we're going to go in with level 2. And then hopefully we're going to nail the setups here. This next stop is going to be important. Find out just how close we are. He did like the speed balance though, so we still got it wrong on 2 out of 3 that he wanted. Just under 2 minutes, he'll come in. Egads. 82 down to 67. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, first things first. Cornering, we want more high speed, which is a little bit surprising. And then the handling, we're going to want to push that up there. So around here and here. And then we'll try just a bit more speed, but mostly yeah. Let's go with that right there. Svaneborg may not be burning up the track today, but her actual showing is much better. 98%. It went from okay to great, so let's tweak this just a little bit more that way. 5-second stop, and away you go. Menezes has slipped all the way down to 8th. As we are improving on that early time of his, or the other cars are rather. But I think he's still going to be okay come race time, provided he doesn't get stuck at the back. Good. Glad that he's a little happier with things at the moment, because it was looking pretty dire there. Alright, so Svaneborg's car is ready to go, or should I say Decker's car. And Menezes has probably enough information to get it right on for the race. Eighth. And dead last. And nothing about us. They're upset at Zango Motorsport. And Annette Georgi getting some time in as a reserve. She didn't used to be a reserve. And we start off with rain. That'll throw a wrench into things. What does the draw say? The draw says crap. Utter, unbelievable crap. Well, we've got some work to do, that's for sure. Race trim, and since we're going to be using softs, do we just want them to wear more slowly for Decker? Let's take a look at what type of distance we're going to get. About 30 laps out of them. And since we're going to be starting... Boy. Yeah, we're going to have a few laps in there where... Because we're going to want to be on inters to start. Then it's not going to be worth coming in and going back out. Not for that amount. It's going to be inters almost all day. Not going to worry about the tire wear. So... we are definitely going with the soft and the race trim. Both our performers. Oh, and they're saying they want to start on softs. It's interesting. I do think supers is the right move. Get as many laps as you can, because we're looking at, yeah, it won't be any more than 8 laps. Going all out at first. And then switching. It's not that wet. It's close, but there's even a little bit of grip. Yeah, okay. So, you are at 98%. We're leaving you right where you are. What about Menezes? 93%. That's definitely not good enough. Good. Okay, and great. So we want a little bit lower speed there. And what about the speed balance? Good. Alright, so... it's either going to be there or there. And yeah, if we tweak this... okay, that's going to push it back this way. Not really what I wanted. What about... that? And then here? That's what I'm going to go with, right there. I hope it's right. Super softs for you as well. So yeah, we're just going to try to get as far up the field as we can. Make our stop, switch over to inters eventually. And then see what the heck happens. And this is one of those where it's wet, but we're going to be going all out and just hoping that we can get away with it. It's warm. So we're not going to be able to push these tires for long, but we're going to want to try to make a splash as it were early in the race. And everybody else going on supers. It's just dry enough to get away with it, I guess. We've got Decker at a 5. Menezes at a 10. Well, I hope that holds up. Decker starting 5.1. Menezes starting at 10. Expect him to move up. That's for sure. Oh, boy, terrible start for Decker. 17th and 23rd, not where we want to be. 18th. Come on, let's go, 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 go. No, I didn't say drop further back. I said go. Menezes trying to make a push, but this is yuck. This is all yuck right here. A lot of the other cars worked on super softs and we didn't. I still think we're better off than we would have been by taking the 10% performance boost on softs. But I'm not sure. Look at Menezes slingshotting around. Decker stinking it up, but Menezes up to 20th. Picking up a couple more spots. We're going to back off to push now. Can't fry these tires. Sticking on the proper side of that turn is Menezes. And also the proper side of this one, he's up to 16th. Decker in 22nd. Meanwhile, our competition, our in 9th, Shader 11th, so we're definitely behind them to start. We're going to go neutral for the next lap and warm up the tires way too much, and then we'll start backing off. A whole bunch of investigations going on here. Lots of drive-through penalties. None of them involving us. That's really good news. They've got to come in. We're going to move up the field. So long as we don't blow this here, we should be fine. Oh, there's another. Decker locked up. He ran into somebody. Is she going to get... She is not hit, but she's still back in the rear. Whole bunch of chaos going on here. Menezes 13th, Decker 22nd. Once again, he chooses the same line through this turn. And it looks like he's going to get by now. Looking to stick his nose ahead of Lucas Auer. It's still a battle. But he's got it here, and he's trying to pick up more. Go high and conserve now. Bunch of cars have to go in. We are 9th and 17th. Menezes has passed both AMG drivers. And Decker is behind them both. But as we are in this third lap, we would get 2 points, they would get none. Mulsanne would move way up to join us. We're going to want to do better than that, but I think we should be able to. So I'm going to try to do 2 laps on push here, get through the 4th lap, and then I'm going to try to switch back to neutral because I don't know how much that high fuel burn is going to hurt us. Menezes is still driving well at 9.8. Decker driving well. Up, but still only in 17th, which is about where she started. So she's got a lot more work to do. Gustavo, though, still 10 points off the lead as it's Nagy and Nagy up there trying to get by Chadwick. This would be a nice pass to get here. Come on. Boy, really surprised he wasn't able to pick that up. Do one more lap like this, then we'll try to go neutral and neutral. We got plenty of tire to get through this section. Decker up to 16th and working on Berman. Boy, 9.3 and 8.5. You just cannot ask for any better driving. But this is not an easy track to get by people on. Menezes looking to get by now. But he's on the other side. I prefer to be on the other side of these turns. Because this one right here, he's probably going to lose it. Slips to 10th. Yep. So we lost a spot through there to Habsburg. Could be temporary. Or not. Medium and neutral. See how much we pick up as we're just over a lap down. And Mulsanne clearly the winners of this track so far. Nobody has practiced on the inters, so once we go to inters we should do as well as everybody else is. We can't both pit on the same lap, so when we go in and pit, that's going to be a big deal. Habsburg moving up past Chadwick, so we'll have another shot at that perhaps. And now the rain comes again. It's going to be light rain, but it's light rain as far as we can see. Yeah, and the way the fuel's going, I think we're sticking on neutral for the rest of this one. Trying to pull alongside here. Can we make it through this turn? I think we might. 9th and 10th, the battle there. I think Menezes has it, so he's back up to 9th. Habsburg and Hamola ahead. And we'll go conserve for a bit here with Decker and Menezes. And that caused her to lose that spot to Papior, but it really wasn't avoidable. Menezes trying to sneak inside. Can't quite do it. Now let's see here. I'm wondering... Yeah, I'm going to let it go one more lap. It might be a mistake. But nobody came in this lap. So... Chadwick trying to duck inside, but Gustavo having none of that. Decker locks up. Shader was investigated but cleared in a collision. Yeah, I think it's time to go in. Gonna send him in. 12 seconds. Now, how far back to Decker? 8. So we either have her go around again or we have her wait 4 seconds. And I don't think either one is good, but we'll keep her out there. Because it's not raining that hard, so it's not going to change that much. I think this is the right timing, but I'm not at all 100% sure. Let's go ahead and just go neutral. We'll wait a bit to do that for Decker, because she's got to make it around again. And obviously, early pits like this, performance of the pit crew could not be more important. And a lot of them staying out. I think that's a mistake. Decker, you switch up to neutral now. All right. Only us and Guerreri coming in. So let's see how we're doing compared to the leaders now. 38 seconds back. Slowly catching Nagy. Is it going to tick down more? Decker come in. Yeah, so very slowly catching the other cars that are on the super soft tires, meaning this is Inters type weather. So we made the right move by pitting. And it's not a bunch that we're going to gain, but of course free track ahead for Menezes, meaning he's not going to be slowed down by anybody else. Decker's in 16th, and one of the leaders going to have to repair. That's a big deal. You can see everyone coming in now, but it's a lap late, I believe. Now, what happens with Decker? How far up does Menezes skip? Decker with a solid pit stop as well. And Menezes is 8th. Gains a spot. Decker 16th, pretty much right where she was. And actually, he's going to move up a lot farther because Ogren, Orr, and Norris there. Nice. Now what he's got to do is he's got to hold off Habsburg and Hamola and all this behind him. And we do not have any fuel to use. I don't think we don't even have enough, so I've got to hold this off with pretty much what I'm doing now. I'm going to let his tires get a little warm if they need to. And up to 5th. It's now Hamola directly behind. So Nagy in the lead, Raquelme, Katzberg, Guerreri, and Menezes. Both Guerreri and Menezes really benefiting from pitting a lap earlier than everybody else. Alright, I'm going to go conserve through this section. Try to conserve the tires and make sure what kind of wear they get. Yeah, they'll get lots of laps, but still prefer not to overcook them. I'm going to have her go conserve through this section as well. And then we'll go back up to neutral coming out of it. Auer is 10th, Shader is 18th. So right now Mulsanne is still the winner of the race, but then among the leaders we would pull ahead of AMG by another 9. And we can't... Boy, we're pulling away a decent... Yeah, let's leave that on conserve for now. We can't dismiss the possibility that we could be looking at a problem later on with a team like Mulsanne coming on to wreck everything. Just like Comto you did last year. So it's still important to do a little more than beating AMG. We want to finish well also. Menezes, no threat to win this race. But he could potentially have a chance to get by Guerreri and Katzberg, get on the podium. My main try for more points here is clearly going to be getting Decker up through the field. She's looking to make a pass right now. Trying to get past Papior, who got by her earlier. Right behind and going high side here into the straight, then goes low. And doesn't quite get it. And that's one of those where the brakes hurt us, right there on that turn. And right now, Menezes is holding right at that, about 16 seconds back of Nagy. Well, I say that, and now he's slipping further, but it was holding steady there for quite a while. I think we're going to want to switch to another set of supers at the end, so that whole let's use softs thing was sort of undone by the weather here. And we'll switch back to conserve. And he cut back almost a full second. So driving perfectly is Menezes, and definitely hanging with any driver out here. And it goes back up to 16 seconds. Decker, just right ahead of her is Oren Martin. So far she has not been able to get through that. I feel like she... Whoa, nice move there. And I run my mouth, and then she makes a very nice pass heading into these turns. Let's see if we can bump her up to neutral and she can get anything done here. Working on Martin, and there's 2 seconds ahead of Martin to the next car. Come on, I think we got it there. Yes, indeed. So nice couple passes by Claire Decker, moving her up to 13th. Still a lot of work to do from there. But that's about 4.5 seconds behind our. Be a nice spot to get. And we'll go conserve for a bit, then maybe make another push at things. I think Menezes is starting to close in on Guerreri now. That was his best lap of the race. That didn't hurt. I think we are going to be right about on, I think, in the fuel. Agren combines with, runs into Nagy. That's behind us, but nobody penalized anyway. And here's Menezes looking for a way to get by. And tries to duck inside there. Doesn't quite make it. Let him keep pushing it through this straightaway. Nope. Go back to conserve, see if you can stay right behind there. Decker continuing to race in traffic. A second behind Benani. Short distance ahead of Martin. Wow, look at that. That's Mortara making us all look foolish. And Decker slides to 14th. Go neutral here, see if there's any chance of doing something about that. Nope. Mortara just looks faster. Menezes is staying right behind Guerreri, but unable to push through. But I still think he's got enough potentially to get by Guerreri and even Katzberg. It would be really nice to get a couple more spots out of him. Especially with Decker. Well, we're over halfway through the race. She could still get some points up into the top 10, but it's not looking good. I think we need to go one more lap like this and maybe give Menezes another shot at this pass. Decker's best lap, even though her form's down to just above average. A little past time to cool off those tires. And really just seems to be settling in. Ahead of Martin, but behind Mortara, who gets by Benani, so that could be an opportunity. And Menezes making a pass. You know what? Let's make sure this holds. Go neutral. Come on. Don't blow this. There you go. And Menezes is up to 4th. Now almost 3 seconds ahead is Katzberg. That's the next target. Okay, now you've got a good gap. Let's go conserve. You're not going to have the tires to catch up and pass right now. Yeah, that's not likely to happen. Well, I say that, and she goes for the pass and almost gets it. Still working on it. Wrong line around 2 turns and almost makes the pass. I just don't have the tires to give her more right now. Nice opportunity to get back up to 13th if she could pull it off. Boy, Menezes really closing down on Katzberg. Just over a second. But form then slips to 7.9. That's not going to help that cause. 7.8. He's been driving brilliantly all day, and now he's simply driving very well. And we're getting towards the end of the rain now. You can see that overall Menezes has gained some ground. And let's go neutral here. He's got enough for an extended run at it. Maybe he takes a lap here and sees if he can find a way past Katzberg. Sooner he does that, the better chance he has to make up ground and hope for something weird to happen up front. Trying to get by. Mortara into the pits. There it is. And Menezes is now in podium position. Decker is up to 13th, with some others pitting, going super soft. Let's take a look at this. See, they're early. They're definitely early. It's still raining. The rain hasn't gone away. That is a mistake. Shader gets a drive-through for causing a collision. We can forget about him getting any points. Decker go neutral. I think we just want to ride out these tires. I don't think we're quite there. It's still raining. No, I think we want to go around one more lap, but what's the gap? Yeah, there's plenty of room in between them now. 28 seconds in between them. So I think we go around one more lap, then we come in and switch tires. Nagy coming in. Again, I think, yeah, that's a mistake, I think. I really do. I think it's a little bit too wet yet. And Georgi crashes. Why would you come out on softs in this weather? It's still raining, too. I think we've got... Yeah, I'm going to have both of them go high for the last bit of this one lap. Maybe not even that long, just for a little bit. We are going to come in for supers. Last vital pit stop coming up. Decker, you go medium now. And Menezes as well as he comes in. Okay, let's see how this works. .84. .77. So a couple nice stops. Tires are going to heat up. Just going to stick on neutral. And Menezes has gained some more ground, but not enough. Still behind Nagy and Raquelme. Decker's out in 15th. That's surprising. Right behind, who was that, Benani? Ahead of Orr, behind Benani, and she just hasn't quite been able to break through today. And Poppy Orr trying to get by. Both drivers have a little bit of fuel. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. So 8:24. I think I can go up to about 0.3 again. And Menezes is just sort of waiting and hoping here because he's gaining ground, but it's just too big of a gap. Decker does get ahead of Benani up to 14th. And now it's Martin. Now we'll back off with Menezes. And I don't think there's a whole lot left to do now, but just wait and see. Wow, fastest lap of the day. So if that holds up, that's 2 points for Gustavo. And for us. Yeah, and right now, only Lausanne will have made significant ground on us. We'll open up a big lead off AMG. That would be excellent. Decker, 14th. Said 13th. Defending 13th from Papior, but she's not in 13th. Now she's not even going to be in 14th. Well, maybe not. Battling for it with Papior. Not going to get it. And now we've got to go back down to conserve as well. So yeah, Decker just not having enough in this one. Might still be the points leader at the end, but if so, won't be by much. And no, Menezes is going to surpass her. Whoa, 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 your tires are going crazy, buddy. Back off. Didn't realize they were that high. Got it under 9 seconds overall. Gained quite a bit of ground. Six laps to go. I think he can burn even more fuel down the line here. Decker, on the other hand, still stuck in 15th. Just feels like Gustavo was the best, strongest car today, but could not get as far up as he needed to. He started, I believe it was 22nd that he started, so he'd moved his way up through the field. Just not quite far enough. And now fading a bit. Decker going after Martin. Trying to sneak through the inside there and can't quite hold it. Four laps to go. I think we've got a little bit of room to push here. And that's probably about all of it. Let's go ahead and go conserve and go after one more run later. Three laps to go for Menezes. Just too much ground to make up. Decker getting by. Yeah, up to 14th. Shader 22nd. Auer moving up to 9th. Not sure how that worked with his problems earlier. But still, we're going to have a solid lead. Two laps to go. push it a little bit here. There we go. Wow, Nagy going wide, Raquelme taking the lead, and now we're only 5 seconds off. That's the kind of break we're looking for. We just weren't quite close enough to take advantage. And Decker's going to finish 14th. Menezes in 3rd, getting all the way up to... was behind by something like 20 seconds, close to 20 seconds at one point, and getting all the way up to less than 6. Gradually moving up, but could not get all the way. And you can see the leading cars there. It's frustrating. And Raquelme sets the fastest lap there, is taking 2 points from us right at the end. Decker is not going to be happy. Started 17th, finished 14th. Raquelme for Sebastian Loeb. That was not the expected result here. Well done. Well, the random grids give, they take away. But the bottom line, that she did not have a drive-through penalty. I don't know what that's about. But the bottom line is we started well behind AMG. We had crap starting position, and we still were, other than Mulsanne, right there with anybody else in this race. Can't complain about the overall results. Menezes doesn't get the 2 bonus points, but still takes over the first place in the driver's standings. We've got a 21-point lead over AMG. Twice that over Team Mulsanne, who is moved up to take that clear number 3 spot. And they are not out of this yet by any stretch. One more race to the halfway point. Stéphane Raquelme, impressive drive. And we are 3rd overall, which is not going to make anybody very happy. Decker has stopped improving now for the moment, but not Menezes, who continues on. Mechanic relationship drops. That's not good. This mechanic relationship still 0. Going nowhere and getting there fast, but an 8.9 overall. Stellar drive. And Decker's was good. Still her worst result on the year. Our marketability continues to go up slightly. And we got a building upgrade that finished. So it'll be Dubai next in a little over 3 weeks. Another one for the engine, but the brakes, not our best. We'll have to depend on that engine and spoiler there for sure. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be heading off that way next. Motorsport Manager will continue as we try to keep expanding our lead at the midpoint of the year.